Hey, welcome back to Kingdom Minded Traders. I am so excited about this video tonight. We are going to do an interview with one of our students here at Kingdom Minded Traders that has found success in day trading. So tonight, in the next few moments, you're going to hear his experience with the training and where he is at in his day trading journey. So if you guys will help me to welcome Zach. He's been one of our students for a little while, and now he's actually a part of the Kingdom Minded Trading team. So Zach, thank you so much for being a part of this tonight, taking your time. I know you've got a busy schedule, so thank you for taking your time to do this with us. And I guess real quick, Zach, tell us a little bit about yourself, your age, just a couple little things that maybe people would find interesting to know about you.
Yeah. So thank you, Randy, for having me. It's been a pleasure thus far. I am 25 years old.
Nice.
I do real estate and now day trading, which has been a blast so far.
Awesome.
Live
I
in
wish
Ohio.
At 25, Zach, I'd have gotten a hold of day trading at 25, not at I'm slightly older than you, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm happy to get in as soon as I did. I wish it was a little earlier, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
But it's been great so far. God focused and just ready to keep getting at it.
Awesome. Well, Zach, we'll get right into it. Obviously, this is going out to where people can kind of see a little bit about what's happening with Kingdom Minded Traders, what we're offering, different things like that. So probably the first question that many people ask me is, how did you get into day trading? What interested you? Where did that interest in learning about trading, day trading, where did you start your journey? How did you get started into it?
So honestly, it stemmed from my dad a little bit. So
Okay.
I started working pretty early on, around 14, 15 years old. And as soon as I got my first job,
Okay.
our dad made us save up at least $2,000 to put into a stock account every year.
Oh,
So
okay.
every year from 15, I would be doing that. And
Wow, that's very
I didn't get
wise. That's good.
access until a little later on. But once I did, I could see that the stock was always hitting some kind of high where it was worth more, and then it was then returning back to a lower point. So I always questioned, and that's kind of what piqued my interest. I'm like, what if I could figure out how to get out when the stocks are at their highest point,
Mm-hmm.
and then re-enter right when they're at their lowest, so I can compound my money even more.
All right.
So that was kind of the root of how I got started
So
into it.
early on, you kind of saw the benefit or the potential in the stock market, what could be there, but
Right.
maybe not having the tools early on and indicators and momentum, different things like that. But you
Absolutely.
saw the potential on what could be. It's kind of similar to mine. I shared in one of the videos. I got a random check for $1,500. Had no idea what to do with it, and I just bought some stocks that somebody had told me about. Kind of some blue chip stocks. Disney, I think, was one, and Boeing, and saw within
Nice.
2 to 3 months that actually doubled or tripled from that $1,500. So it's kind of the same. Thought, wow, there's got to be something to this. So
Right.
that was quite a few years ago, probably when your dad started putting that money into your account for you.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's great. So give us, kind of tell the watchers, the viewers, what has been your experience with Kingdom Minded Traders, and maybe give us two things, two or three that have been the biggest benefits of going through our training. Now, for full disclosure, those that are watching, when Zach went through training, it wasn't as structured as it is now. It was him and I and another individual getting together and just kind of showing them what I did. From that is where we really started to dial in and become more strategic in the training, be a little more direct and more strategic. So just for full disclosure, when Zach started going through the training, it wasn't chapter by chapter. It was him and I and some others getting together and just teaching them what I know. And then from there, so through the training, through Kingdom Minded Traders, tell us one or two things that really maybe has stuck out to you, that has been the most benefit in your trading journey.
Well, Absolutely, number one has been the scanners.
Okay.
So I tried to dive into day trading a couple times in the past,
Yep.
through different brokerage accounts, and I was always struggling trying to find the stocks that everyone else was trading on.
Okay. Yep.
And by the time I did find something, it had already lost all of its volume and already made the moves of that day.
So
So
you
100%,
were finding those stocks kind of late after the move.
yes,
And that's probably one of the top two or three questions that people ask me and probably ask you is how do you guys find the
right.
stocks on a daily basis? How do you find them with, all the stocks? And for those again that are viewing, go back and look at our scanners class. That's going to be very helpful. But go on. So the scanners are one to help you dial in and find those.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
And it helps me actually see and test hypotheses or theories about what I'm trying to structure my pattern around.
Okay.
And number two, 100% learning the resistance and support
Oh,
levels.
yeah.
All of them. I mean, 200 EMA, the VWAP, the
Okay.
half dollar, whole dollar, and understanding those marked with like price action lines or trend lines and
Okay.
seeing the market respond to them.
See, that's really interesting to me because I think this is where the majority of day traders fail is that they just buy into a stock. They don't understand either trend
Mhm.
levels, they don't understand support and resistance with that. If they don't understand those, then they really don't know entry and exit either. So I think that what you are saying is really kind of the keys to why a lot of day traders have failed because they just follow some stock alert. They don't understand where the trend is going. They don't even understand why they're buying into the stock. They just do it because they got a text saying, hey, you should buy this. So understanding the scanners and how we find these stocks, but then also you're saying like support, resistance, whole dollar, half dollar, and
Yep,
a lot of those things that you and I have talked about. And that also sets up your entry and exit. Is that fair to say?
absolutely.
Okay. All right. If somebody came to you today and they were considering day trading or getting into trading, whether it's short term, long term day trading, momentum trading, scalp trading, if they were to come to you, what advice might you give them now that you've been through the training? You're successful in day trading. What would you tell somebody that comes to you and maybe considering getting into this?
Yeah, so 100% paper trade. Practice in a
Mm,
simulator. Don't be risking your own money in an actual live account until
right.
you know what you're doing. But be prepared to kind of set some time aside just about every day to really learn and grind and understand what you are learning.
Hmm.
It's not a half part-time commitment. You got to be fully involved.
Yeah.
You have to have the mental capacity and emotional tolerance for it for sure.
Absolutely. Okay. And do you feel like going through the paper trading and that helped you not only understand the mechanics, but did it help also in that emotional control? Now that you're trading with real money, do you feel like that paper trading and that time helped you to be able to control the emotions when you started investing real money?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And even once I did jump into a live account, I
Hmm.
didn't trade the size or the volume that I was in the paper account. So I really dialed it back in order
Right.
to to maintain confidence and or build confidence in my live account before I truly started risking more than I could handle.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, before getting involved with Kingdom Minded Traders, what kind of training in stock trading did you have before you and I connecting in Kingdom Minded Traders? Where did you learn before this?
YouTube, I mean,
Hmm.
just watching videos and really trying to find the stocks as they were moving as well, but it didn't reap as much benefit as the
Hmm.
time I put into it. So having a program and a mentor that actually
Right.
is successful at it, is proven successful, and then has a whole training catalog, I guess,
Right.
as a mentor, it
Right.
really torpedoed my learning.
Yeah, and I think again that's one of the reasons that maybe a lot of day traders fail is because they don't take the time to learn.
Mm,
Yes, I'm successful in day trading, and really the reason that we do day trading is so we one can live an abundant life, but also so your our hearts are the same because we want to be able to be generous to those that are around us. And so I think that, I don't know, maybe you can answer this because I know these weren't on some of the questions that you and I talked about before the interview, but to me, if people are going to get into trading, I think that they need to follow a solid training program. And
mhm.
of course, I'm somewhat biased to kingdom minded traders, but I think that it really even goes into good stewardship. Because if we're going to invest money, and really this is God's money that we are investing
Right.
in buying and selling stocks, and if we don't have the risk management, we don't have that knowledge, I personally feel that it really becomes a stewardship concern. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Okay,
mean, if you're risking money before you're learning anything,
right,
just, I mean, think of the people that you could have blessed with that. Think of all the things that money could have gone to
absolutely,
tithes in the church.
right.
And so that's why it's so important to really understand a strategy and what you're doing before you start throwing money into an account.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think that's one of the things that we really want to do different in having the Thursday night mentorship classes and being able to do the one-on-one. Because even when I first started learning day trading, I didn't have a mentor. I learned, by trial and error a lot of it, and I just, the times that I was able to sit one on one with somebody and have those conversations. And I know that even you and I, Zach, we've looked back. Okay, there was a time you were having a small drawdown, and you and I kind of look back at your matrix, and okay, this is what we were seeing, and just bouncing those ideas off each other. And so I think that mentorship is something that's hugely important in day trading. So
Yeah, absolutely.
what strategies are you currently using that's really working for you?
Oh, this has been awesome. So back to trend lines.
Yes.
I've been really abusing my trend lines.
Okay.
So, well, I'll watch a stock. I will want that stock to basically create a pattern in the uptrend, and I will find the general kind of direction that it will
Right.
be going based off of the highs and the lows of each candle. And what
Okay.
that allows me to do is pack it into a zone of where that trend and pattern those candles are hitting. So I will watch as basically those candles hit the bottoming part or even
Okay.
submerge below my trend line, and I take that as my entry point basically.
Yeah.
And it allows me to be in a very safe spot personally, at least for where I'm at. It allows me to be in a safe spot while also recognizing where I should be getting out at. So
Okay.
it really allows me to stay super consistent and
That's
confident in my
awesome.
strategy.
Yeah, and see, that's one of the things I think with kingdom minded traders, we want to teach a strategy, but the way that I trade may be a little different. But ultimately, it's really about momentum. It's
Mhm.
about entry level. It's about exit levels, and it's about risk management. And if we can get a hold of those concepts, so kind of the last question that I have for you, Zach, would be this: if somebody was today, they view our website and they're considering um, becoming a member of Kingdom Minded Traders in one of the three tiers and learning and being a part of the community, the live stream, the chat. If somebody was considering Kingdom Minded Traders, what would you tell them?
Yeah. So first off, I always say that it's a God focused company or
Absolutely.
mission. The whole drive there is where profitability fuels generosity,
Yes.
and I always reiterate that, and that's the whole driving purpose around it. I mean, I've had a lot of people ask about it, but as a whole, I believe in the company, so it comes easy to talk about.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I mean, there's a lot that people can learn from instructional videos on YouTube or just anywhere in books, but
Yeah.
it really makes a world of difference when you have someone in your corner and you have a set learning course, learning plan to
Yeah.
go off of to amplify your learning curve. So
Absolutely.
I can't recommend it enough personally.
Oh, well, that's good. And we are so excited to have you a part of the team. And, believe that you're going to be a huge part of this company, moving forward. And I think that you said it so perfectly that, um, to have it God focused, because our belief that if we can build something for the kingdom, yes, we're going to be profitable. But the more generous we become, the more profitable we become. And I think that it goes hand in hand. And there is nothing wrong with living an abundant life as long as you're also understanding that those resources, those blessings that God's given us, those are really in His hands. And when it's time to be generous, we also want to be generous. And so I just kind of want to remind the people too that yes, we are a trading company, but like Zach said, our main goal is being God focused, and that may not be for everybody. So our goal is really to honor God in everything that we're doing, in the training, in the teaching, in the mentoring, the live stream. We want to be cheerleaders for one another, but ultimately we want to be a blessing to other through the resources that God has given us. So that's so exciting. So Zach, I really appreciate you. I'm actually so proud of you. Every time I hear of your successful days, it does. I've even talked to my wife about it. That it does. Raise a little bit of pride for me, a little being almost like a proud dad in
Yeah.
some ways, because you're the age of most of my children. And so it does give me a sense of pride. And so I'm so excited to see not only what God's going to do for you and your trading journey, but ultimately what God's going to do with you in Kingdom Minded Traders as this grows forward and as we get ready to launch here in the next couple weeks. But we know that God's got a great plan for Kingdom Minded Traders, and I'm so excited that you are a part of it. So
Likewise,
any
man. I'm so excited too. I'm really very much looking forward to it, and I'm happy to hear that you're proud of me.
Oh, absolutely. Every
I like
time I
that.
hear of your profitable days, and one, I'm proud of you because you're having profitable days. Two, I'm proud of you because when you are having a bad day, you go to somebody, hey,
Mm,
where do I need to change? You do
yep.
that. But ultimately, I'm also proud because I know that you are going to be generous with those profits as well. And that's really what this whole thing is about. If you are watching this on YouTube, maybe you've never heard of Kingdom Minded Traders, I want to encourage you to look us up at kingdommindedtraders.com. You can follow us on all the social medias. If you have questions about the company, you can feel free to reach out to us. Myself or one of the team members will respond within 24 to 48 hours. You can email us at info@kingdommindedtraders.com. And yeah, check us out. If you have questions, feel free to ask. And Zach, thank you so much for being a part of tonight. I am really looking forward to what God's going to do in November when we launch this thing.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks
any
for having.
last words for everyone?
No, I'm excited. Get excited. Looking forward to having you here with the company, and let's grow this thing.
All right, man. Zach, thank you. Everyone, thank you. And as always, we are praying and believing for God's favor over you and your family. Thanks for watching.